Commenting with Google Plus sucks. But commenting with Reddit is awesome. So head on over to Reddit and leave a comment on this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching. This is the continuation of an episode. If you want to get caught up, click the playlist annotation at the top of the video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. Okay.
So this may not be specifically sacred to the dragon tribes, but that doesn't mean it's, it just means that some sister tribe with similar views has used it in the past.
Okay. Makino, do you share that information with Osana, what you just learned about this?
No.
Okay. Osana, you see Makino looking at the ritual space. She looks curious, interested. She doesn't look scared. She looks happy. And then you feel the bear speaking with you. He's laying down. He's got his hands on his paws like this. And he's going, and you can feel a sense of confusion, perhaps loss, perhaps like he doesn't really know what he should do next. He's happy here. He doesn't want to leave the circumstances. But he comes to you, he turns to you, and he says in his bear language what you understand to mean, "Will you stay with me?" And he goes, "Wah, wah, 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 wah." You know, Osana, that you cannot stay with him, as you have adventures to take care of, but you must find a way to keep these animals safe. What do you do?
I mean, I wish I could, bring him along with me, but if I'm going to be traveling around, I doubt he wants to do that too. And since he seems to really like this place, like this altar, where I come from, we have a lot of these druid altars that are just around, and we use them, sometimes we drink our hot chocolate around them. They're good places. I think I should help him and the elephant set up like a little tent like we do, and that way he can just hang out by this nice little altar, he can drink his hot chocolate here, and all can be well.
Are there any couple of questions for you, Osana?
Mm-hmm.
And that is there a way for you to communicate? Do druids have a way to communicate long distances, perhaps using powerful altars as this, to be able to perhaps write a message in blood, or write a message using a certain animal bone, or of that
I've
nature, to
heard
be able to
of
communicate
such a
with any
thing,
other tribes?
but I don't know exactly how I could try.
Do you communicate this with Makino?
I could, yeah. I can go over and talk to her and be like, "Hey, it's where I drink my hot chocolate."
Osana, you're so cute. So I'll just leave you guys to discuss that.
Is this hot chocolate spicy hot?
It could be any type of hot. I've had it with, I think they're called cinnamon twigs. I've had it with peppermint twigs. You can just put any kind of twigs. Some taste better than others, but I feel like just the more twigs you try, the more you learn about how different hot chocolate twigs taste.
The bear is nuzzling your neck as you talk.
Oh, right.
And the elephant is siding up to you, Makino, and looking at you with the same look. Makino, this is so interesting. You notice in that elephant a strength that if she got older, she could be as barbaric as you are, as proud a warrior as you are. And she looks you in the eyes, and you see between each other that she has decided that she owns you, and you are hers.
Oh, no. No. Makino does not get conquered.
You'll have to discuss that with the elephant. That's what she decides.
Okay. I look at the elephant and I kind of lower my head, like I will headbutt her if I have to.
Okay, she lowers her head to headbutt you.
I'm kind of bulking up and sort of looking a little more fierce and aggressive.
She thinks it's a game. She pounces around and then she and then she headbutts you.
Okay.
She is not intending to hurt you.
Okay.
So I want you to simply take 1d6 damage, please.
Okay. Can I defy that with
Yes, you can.
like
You can defy it in any way you can think of.
I'm gonna defy it by powering through.
Okay.
By basically I'm headbutting her back, basically. We're doing the mutual ramming thing here.
Are you wearing any armor on your head?
Probably not. I don't have a helm or anything.
Okay.
So I rolled a 9.
Okay. So a 9, audience, means that she stumbles, hesitates, or flinches. You put your head down, ready to headbutt the elephant, and the elephant is laughing and, well, elephant laugh.
Such that elephants do, yes.
Exactly. And the elephant is like putting her paw back, and Osana and the bear are watching this, and the bear is like roar, roar, roar. And the elephant turns herself to come at you, and you start to run just to headbutt her. You're like, I shall not be conquered. And you look up in her eyes. Right as you go, your foreheads are this far away, and she looks up at you, and you look up at her at the same moment. It's like kismet. And you hesitate, and she rams you in the head, and then wraps her trunk around you, and goes. I'm like, this is like the animal noise session.
And I think you said you wanted me to.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And so she took you took 2 damage on that.
Okay.
Your head though is pretty tough, and you don't actually.
4 from earlier. I don't know where that went, but.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was wondering if you're going to mark that, but it doesn't really matter since this token won't be used. You will have healed up by the time we go back to the island.
Sure.
Yeah, but anyway, for gameplay's sake.
Right. Well, I'd actually done it on the token earlier. I don't know if you had copied it over or something.
I didn't. Oh well, I did copy it actually. Yes, I did.
That's probably why.
So anyway, and then she just, and you can tell that the elephant is just happy. She's resilient. And, she, as far as she's concerned, you're hers. You can choose to continue to argue with her about it, or you can choose to accept defeat.
I can see this is an argument that she and I will have to have many times.
Over many times, exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
So, Osana, while this is going on, you recognize that the time is getting late, and you guys will need to be on your way. So you two are going to need to talk about what you can do. Do you know any druid rituals for keeping animals safe when you leave them without your presence? Because you know that if you don't do something, the animals will simply follow you because they love you, particularly your little bear, Fez.
Well, in Druid Society, that's usually what we do. Like, we travel in a caravan, and we'll camp at a certain location, and we'll just make sure basically everything's in balance. All the animals are doing their nice animal things. So she can do that. She can help them set up a shelter. She can help them basically teach them how to, live on the land and how to survive.
Okay.
To keep balance, basically.
Okay. So you guys you 2 characters have the animals here. The bear is with you. The elephant is with you. Do any of you guys have any ideas as to what you should be doing, in order to assist these animals to stay safe?
Well, in Druid Society, there is a blood ritual where, basically, if you drink each other's blood, as death metal as that sounds,
Oh!
I need a little sound effects. So every time we say something really metal, we just have
I can definitely find one for you. The only sound effect that I have that would be metal enough maybe is there's this one. It's a little bit, I'm gonna turn it down.
I just hear
Goblin laugh.
We just either need
laughter.
Sweeps or just
Beg your
some
pardon?
kind of crazy gravity blasts going on.
Gravity blast? I will look for one. Anyway, you guys go ahead with the role play while I'm looking for something that might be like a gravity
Or just
blast.
guitar sweeps, or just
Oh,
really
guitar sweep.
tasteless
Is that what that's?
sweeps.
Okay, working on it. Anyway, you guys go ahead.
Alright, so back to the blood ritual. Basically how it would work is that each animal, they all share blood, and then that makes it in Druid society. So the Druids, if there is a problem in a particular part of the forest, it makes it so the animals can contact them, and that's basically part of why they travel around so much, is because, either they're just traveling around just to be like, oh, new areas, or they're traveling around to answer a call of an animal in need. So if they do the blood ritual, the animals can always call upon her. And I guess the next question would be, I guess you would ask Bikino, like, hey, I mean, you're partying with us now, so you want to keep partying with us, or do you want to join in on this?
Do you say what the ritual is for? Do you say that you're going to do this ritual for, so that you can be summoned by these animals to protect them?
Well, yeah, I can just explain to her, like, hey, this is kind of this thing I do. It's like this druid thing. We need to, like, help. I see you made some friends with Mr. Elephant here, or Miss Elephant. And
Bessie.
Bessie, the very nice elephant. And I think, if you're a friend with her, you want to help out your friend, right? So if you do this blood ritual, Bessie, you could always call, or she can always call you and be like, hey, yo, what up? I need some elephant help. I don't have enough
Osana's like the coolest druid ever. Stephanie, does Makino have any particular aversion to drinking blood, or does that actually kind of excite her from a barbarian standpoint? Do they do any of that in your barbarian society?
They don't, because Osana's ways are strange and confusing to me. But she seems, honestly, Osana is very strange to me. She's small like a child, but she talks mostly like an adult, and she seems to be female, which means that she commands some respect, and she seems to use this place, so that must mean she's some sort of priestess. Maybe she's a priestess of the bear. Perhaps she's from the bear tribe. I don't know. Her ways are different. But
do you ask her this?
No, this is all going on in my head. I'm
okay.
Kind of figuring. I'm spouting lore here, without moving. Just without doing a move. I'm just spouting lore in Makino's brain here. So Makino's gonna kind of stare at Osana for a very long minute, and just kind of You are very small for the bear to call for help.
Well, I can turn into something not small. It's kind of what I bank on. Doesn't always work, but usually what I bank on. I mean, you could always help. Join this whole druid ritual thing, and we can just go to town.
This ritual. Will we have hot chocolate?
We will have the best hot chocolate. If there's one thing I can do, it is make some really good hot chocolate.
Then I think that we shall try this. Even though this is strange.
The minute, Makino, that you say, I think we shall try this, even though it is strange, both the bear and the elephant trumpet. They don't even know why. You don't even know why they're trumpeting. It's like they're calling, they're experiencing something that's on an animal plane. It feels like release and power. They were tied up, tortured animals not a few hours before. Now they're free with two companions who have caused them no harm, who have helped them heal, who have given them food or led them to food. They are thrilled. And they both just walk right over to the ritual space. And then they just plop down. The elephant just sort of kneels down in that way elephants do, and she puts her trunk right on top of the ritual stone here. And the bear does as well. He leans up against the stone, and if a bear could purr, this bear is purring. and they both look at you.
Let's just get this show on the road. Luckily, I always travel with packets of hot chocolate in my pockets because you have to as part of your society.
Absolutely.
Um, so I'm going to go over to the altar, and we need some type of, I guess, knife or something sharp.
Oh, I'm sorry, Makino. I didn't mean to move you.
So Makino, do you have? Well, obviously you have your big
Well,
sword.
no, I also have a dagger.
Oh, a
as well.
dagger, even less intimidating. Perfect.
As you walk into the ritual circle, you suddenly hear a voice emit from the skull. It says, "Welcome, welcome."
Do we both hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do. You do.
Oh, he's welcoming us. How polite. You can have some of our hot chocolate too, Mr. Skull.
And the skull goes, "Now, Osana, you druids have a goddess or god that you pray to."
Well, I think the way that I was having it, where it was like, depending on the, the star alignment, like when the druid is born, like they're under the guidance of a certain animal god. Mine was the bear, obviously, but, so I guess they have like multiple, like it's like a poly.
Okay. Oh, you have a polytheism. Okay. So, the god of. First of all, tell me what the name of this skull is. Do you recognize the skull or not?
Let's see.
It could be any kind of mythical beast, elk thing. It could be the elk god skull.
Yeah, it could be the elk.
Okay.
Caribou.
Okay. Caribou. That's
Caribou.
it. That's perfect. Okay, that's perfect. So, I just need a name for your god of caribous.
I mean, let's see.
I bet she's going to a fantasy generator.
Oh no, I was going to Google Translate. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Alright, his name is Kiervo.
Can you put that into the chat so I can see how that's spelled, please? Wonderful. I love that. Kiervo. Okay. So you hear this voice resonate. It's full. It's almost traveling through the ground. It comes up, and you can't tell if it's coming from the altar or from any of these whatever these things are, horns or whatever they are coming out of the ground. It's like it's coming from the whole circle. The bear starts to actually purr right now, and the elephant goes, and they're just blissing out. This is like, they're like having an animal transcendent moment. And the elk god says, "Approach. You come here to do a ritual in my name."
I am Sir Kiervo. Let's see. I see that from the last ritual they left some nice cups. Obviously they had a hot chocolate party and they kind of...
The cups are made out of bone, and they're beautifully smoothed and very caring and loving on them, and they have symbols written around them.
Alright. I'm going to evenly distribute 4 cups to each of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to ask Makino, since you have the dagger, to pour at least a drop of each person's blood into each cup.
Okay.
Makino, you are starting to feel a transcendence as well. You have felt this transcendence one other time in your life. Quickly tell us how that was, where that was. I put Stephanie on the spot a lot.
You do.
Because she's got such a fantastic imagination that I know she'll come up with something.
The one other time when I have had this kind of transcendent feeling was out in the desert during one of my spiritual vision quest thingies that all warriors of my tribe must do. And it's common to have visions. It is common to have emotions. It is not common to feel at peace. Feeling at peace when you are a warrior is not a welcome thing. And so, and I thought that it made me unworthy until I spoke to my grandmother about it. She herself is a warrior, and I was ashamed. My heart was full of shame at the time. And I went to her and I explained to her what had happened, that I had gone out to the desert and I had seen a dune that was shaped like a serpent, and it was so beautiful, and it shifted with the wind, back and forth like a serpent. And then a great storm came up, and in the midst of this storm, with the sand blowing everywhere and scouring my flesh and stinging my eyes, and yet in the midst of this maelstrom I felt a nothingness. It wasn't I felt at peace so much as I felt nothing. I was not afraid, but I was also not invigorated. There was no emotion. And I told my grandmother this. And as I said, I was ashamed. I was embarrassed that I could go on such a quest and come back with no change, nothing. And my grandmother told me that what I had seen was not a sand dune, but I had seen the world dragon herself. That I had seen her tail moving through the desert. And the world dragon is balance. She is all things. She is the beginning and the end. And so she is both war and peace. And the result of that is nothing. So that nothingness that I felt within me was her aura. It is what she spreads around her.
Can you guys now see why I asked Stephanie on the spot questions? Because I feel like in her head, for about 2 seconds, she goes, shit. And then she goes, I got something.
What can I do with this?
I know. But it's what we're doing here is we're strengthening our characters. Now when Stephanie and Darian play in our next game next week, when we have Siri back. And by the way, Siri, I hope you feel better. And I hope that we'll see you back here next week. Siri is not here because she is unwell. Anyway, so Makino, you feel this incredible transcendence. You see the dragon in the image in your mind. The elk god does not respond to this because he cannot see what's in your mind, and you are not one of his druid children. But he does, he says, oh, another energy has joined within our circle. Now the ritual can begin. Osana, my child. And he knows all the names of all his children, of course. He says, Osana, my child, the cups have been filled. Makino has gone around to each of the cups and put a drop of blood in each cup. And when you went to the bear, he lifted his paw obligingly, and you did a little nick. And the elephant lifted her ear, and you did a little nick on the side of her ear and squeezed a drop of blood in. You guys each have now a cup full of blood. Do you want to add any hot chocolate to that as well, too?
Yeah,
or
I think
any
I
river
probably
water?
should add the hot chocolate packet to the blood as well.
Hot chocolate blood pack. Only on the Jessa channel. I don't think anyone else on the history of YouTube has said hot chocolate blood pack. I think I'm the first. Okay. And you guys lift the cups. And Osana, do you want to say a few words of ritual before you guys drink this incredibly powerful potion?
Let's see, what should we say? I guess I would just like to say that blood hot chocolate I usually like it warm, but you know, when it's just lukewarm, it's not that bad. But I think it's better hot. That's all I would like to say. For my start
That
this
is
ritual.
amazing. That's like the best ritual thing I've ever heard. Well, warm hot chocolate is not. And Darian's like nodding her head. Makino's like, that's very profound.
Yeah. All things are better with spice.
Exactly. And on those notes of wisdom and power, you two throw back your blood ritual hot chocolate. And Osana, you immediately, without warning, turn into a bear.
Ah.
Your bear, though, is not the usual sort of bear. It's a beautiful bear. The bear looks at you and he goes, roar, in a form of triumph and power. And the elephant goes, roar, roar. And Makino, what you see in front of you is a beautiful halfling. In a split second, the cup clatters down and she has a grimace on her face for a quick second, and then all of a sudden you see the most beautiful bear in front of you. But this bear is a different type of bear. She is pure white. Tell me if you like this, Osana. She is pure white, except for the coloring of the elephant is on like her paws are the same color as the elephant's paws. And her muzzle is the same exact type of muzzle that the bear has. And her eyes look remarkably, Makino, like yours. The same color, the same shape. It's like they took your eyes and put it on a bear face and gave them a bear shape.
Okay.
Osana, in this bear form, what do you do?
Well, it's a very interesting form because I feel like I have pieces of everyone in the group. I feel like I have a better understanding of each person now. And I kind of wonder if they're feeling the same. So I think I might want to be like, hey guys, anyone else feeling like this? Anyone else feel like they have like 4 people inside one body? No one else, just me.
You're speaking bear, right?
Oh yeah, I must be. Well, the bear can understand me.
Yeah. So.
Exactly. Makino, you get a sense of what she's saying. You're not sure.
Okay.
But you feel a sense of sameness and a question feeling. But that's it.
I kind of look at Osana for a moment. She's normally a puny halfling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, this feeling that I have, I look at her and say, we are sisters now. You are of the dragon tribe.
Osana, you suddenly see in your mind's eye a dragon. Huge, beautiful, shimmering. And that dragon lowers its head to you. And raises it again. And then blinks out of your head. It was like a quick moment. The elephant and the bear are watching, and you notice that their eyes look more intelligent. A little bit wiser. You know, before they looked like animals. Now they look like animals with a little something more. It's hard to tell what it is, though.
Well, it's probably not a lot of wisdom. knowing our stats, it's
Yeah, I'm -1 wisdom. They probably got it somewhere.
Yeah, it's funny because what they are referring to are their character sheets. Neither one of them have a very high wisdom score. So
what is Darian's high stat, by the way? I mean, what is Osana's high stat?
It's charisma.
Yeah, okay.
So
Somehow.
the elephant and the bear begin to dance, and suddenly you hear out of the skulls, sort of the vibration, you hear Osana the unmistakable sound of panpipes. You hear them too, Makino, but Osana, you hear them loudly. Makino, you hear them subtly. And the elephant and the bear are dancing. And you guys know that no matter what comes, you both own a piece of each other, a very small piece, an essence, I would say, of each other. And that you will travel together for the foreseeable future, for the coming days. You guys camp that night at the ritual. In the morning, you hug tenderly your animal companions and promise that should they need you, you will come.
I am going to where Bessie. There's something I'd like to do, and I don't know if it would be better to do it during the ritual, after the ritual, whatever. But Bessie wanted her ear nicked for her for her blood taking.
Yes.
I want to have pierced it, and I'm going to leave the silver tipped quill as like ornamentation.
Oh, that is so beautiful, Stephanie. That's awesome. So, audience, what she's referring to is she got a silver tip quill that the people in the arena threw to her because she did such an amazing performance. And that was in go back and watch the last few episodes if you want to know what we're talking about there. But in the morning, as you guys are getting ready to leave and, you're getting drinks of water and the animals are resting, you go over to Bessie and you have a quiet conversation with her, and you guys look into each other's eyes, and she wraps her trunk around you as if to say mine, but perhaps I might also be yours as well too. She's as stubborn as you are. And you take the quill and you fashion a little ring from it, from the pieces of it and the quill itself.
Well, if I like, kind of like put it in like a hat pin, like
yeah.
Yeah. And I try to do it in a way that it doesn't hurt too much.
Exactly. And she winces a bit, but perhaps Osana, I don't know, volunteers to put some healing hands on her for animals, or soothingly talks to Bessie. But in the end, we find that Bessie has a beautiful little silver quill sticking out through her elephant ear, which looks remarkably like a decorative adornment.
Okay. And how's her tusks?
Her tusks are new, just coming out, small, blunt.
Okay.
Not pointy yet.
And they haven't like they're not like fractured or anything like that.
No.
So I can't like take a splinter of one.
You can take your knife and maybe scrape off a surface of one, which doesn't hurt her.
Okay. So with her cooperation, I'm going to basically chip one tiny piece of tusk out, and I'm going to put it in my ear.
Okay. And then and she just trumpets again, and you guys share the most loving hug. And if these animals could talk, Osana, they're talking to you, they're thanking you over and over again for releasing them from the circus.
Oh,
and
no problem, man.
They're
it's all
happy.
A day's work.
and you guys go off down the path. Osana, is there anything else you'd like to do here before you walk away?
I mean, let's see. We finished all our hot chocolate. Had a pretty good party. I think that pretty much wraps it up. I did my druid ritual. I'm feeling pretty good.
And you guys walk off. Unbeknownst to you, you're soon going to end up within a matter of short few weeks. You will end up on a pirate ship. I mean, on a ship in the underground sea, headed to save a dragon's egg. But you don't know this now. All you know is that adventure awaits. And we're going to end this episode here. That is the backstory for Makino and Osana, and it was a lot of fun doing this. Thank you very much, you guys. This was wonderful. We'll make sure and do this for Thistle as well too, at another point. But it was a great way. This is now, these characters and players have a lot more information about each other, which always deepens the role play. And that's what we're here for. We're here to create stories. We're here to role play, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please hit the thumbs up button below and encourage us. Or you can leave a comment over on reddit.com/r/the Jessa channel. And talk to Makino, talk to Stephanie, talk to Darian, talk to Osana. Tell them that you're enjoying what they're doing. Give them ideas for their characters if you'd like. Make friends with them. They're good, friendly women, and they're both part of the Reddit subreddit. And also, if you loved what you saw and want to give a thumbs up, and you want to see more women's crafts and conquests, make sure and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching. Get every new Jessa channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.